Today I'll be showing you how to use Speaker Coach in Microsoft Teams. Speaker Coach uses AI to give you personalized feedback on how you're coming across when you're speaking in a presentation. To enable this feature in Teams, the first thing I need to do is join a Teams meeting. As you can see in my calendar, I have an existing meeting called Speaker Coach. I'm going to go ahead and join the meeting. Once I've joined the meeting, the next thing I need to do is activate PowerPoint Live. If you're not familiar with PowerPoint Live, it's listed under the share icon located at the top right-hand corner of my screen. Next, I need to scroll down to PowerPoint Live and select the presentation in which I'll be using Speaker Coach for. In this example, we'll be using Galaxy. Once the PowerPoint has been activated and is now live, the next thing I need to do is activate Speaker Coach. Speaker Coach is actually in two different options for you to select. You can select it right underneath the PowerPoint, listed right here, next to the grid view. And it's also located right here at the navigational bar underneath More. Once I select the More icon, I need to scroll down to Language and Speech. Then I need to select Speaker Coach. Once I've turned on Speaker Coach, a notification will pop up just notifying me, hey, Speaker Coach is now turned on and is actively listening to your speech. With Speaker Coach, there's a couple of things that it'll take a look at. First thing is going to be pace. So if I'm talking really fast throughout my presentation, I may see a pop-up come on my screen, very similar to when I activated Speaker Coach, saying, hey, you may want to slow down. But it will also generate based off of the full pace of the presentation in the final report. The next thing it'll take a look at is inclusive language. So if I'm saying things in my presentation like, hey, you guys, the Galaxy is fantastic. You guys should also take a look at the Galaxy tonight. It will pick up those inclusive language points and produce that in the final report. The next thing it'll take a look at are filler words. So if I say things like a couple of times or like, and also throughout my presentation, it'll give me that pinpoint of exactly when I said those items in the presentation to help provide coaching of, hey, you may want to go ahead and practice in those certain areas of the slides. The other thing that it'll take a look at is annotation. So if I'm talking in the same tone throughout the presentation, so if I'm very one tone level, the Galaxy is very fantastic. I can't wait to go outside tonight and to look at the sky and the stars. It's very one tone only. The last thing it will also take a look at is monotone. So it's taking a look to see, am I taking a breath throughout my presentation to pause so people in the audience can ask questions. So once I'm done with my presentation and I want to review the report, I can either leave the meeting at the top right-hand corner of the screen, or I can go back to the More icon, select Language and Speak, and turn off Speaker Coach. Then I need to go ahead and exit the meeting. Once I've exited the meeting, the report will actually generate at the bottom right-hand side of my screen, as you can see here, or it will also be visible in my activity icon listed on the navigational sidebar on the left-hand side of my screen. We're going to go ahead and select Activity. As you can see here, Speaker Coach has now generated the final report. Now, just note in this demo, it didn't pick up everything I did just because it was very short and to the point. But as you can see, it picked up a couple of things automatically. The repetitive language, the filler words. I can go ahead and select those items and it will give me a quick summary of, hey, did you know that you used also multiple times in this presentation? Also filler words like, and where I actually said those items throughout the presentation. So Speaker Coach is a fantastic tool, especially when you're kind of going through that practice mode and finding out where are areas that you can improve on. So hopefully this gives you a quick overview of how to use Speaker Coach in Microsoft Teams.